the memories days, and those were the good old days.
Thank you so much for going down memory lane with me, taking me back and tell your story. Feeding the Bunyab. Back in the day there, in the early 80s, if you will, HBO, home box office, if you will, they had a show, a little cartoon, I think it was, something they had, I don't know, a little show or something here and there. I forget exactly what the name of the show was. They had a little thing called the Bunyab. The Bunyab was like this big old hairy creature, whatever it was, and whatnot. It was really a really twisted looking character, if you will. But anyway, the Bunyab. My cousin Joey, my cousin Lori, and I, we lived down there at the house there with Pap and Grandma had lived there at 533 Park Avenue in Bolivar. Of course, now it's my Aunt Sandy and my Uncle Albert, or my Uncle Ab's house, if you will. They lived there, like I said, or they lived there. It was around the time that Grandma, Emma, and Pap were still there, and we go ahead, and we would act like the Bunyab was downstairs in the basement there. And the basement was kind of creepy, and if you were in the dark, it was creepy. Of course, they had, like I said, they had a pool table down there and whatnot, and they also had, at one point the shower was down there as well. You'd go down the stair steps. You turn to your left, you had the pool table there. If you turn to your right, you would have the shower and whatnot down there. And then, of course, if you go straight ahead, there's a bunch of stuff in there stored or whatnot. But if you go down there in the basement in the middle of the night, there without the lights on, it's kind of creepy. At least to my estimation. When you're a little kid, it's creepy. Nonetheless, we would feed the Bunyab. We would go ahead and stick food down the register, M&Ms or breadcrumbs or whatever. Say we were feeding the Bunyab. We would take little pieces, whatever, bread and whatever, and throw it down the stair step there and let it lay in the middle of the floor. And we would feed the Bunyab. I guess my cousin Joey took it a step further when he got home and stuck it down the registers and stuff at home, I believe so, and was feeding the Bunyab. But anyway, nonetheless, we just tried to, just feeding the Bunyab. Like I said, one of those weird twisted characters that you hear about or see about or anything, but it was just feeding the Bunyab. It was funny, and like I said, I guess I was told that when cleaning out the registers and stuff like that, found a lot of mold, mildew and whatnot in there that it had accumulated over years. You might not smell it too bad, but I guess mold and mildew from stuff that we threw down there trying to feed the Bunyab. Crazy, funny, weird, that it was. But great times. Great times with Joey and Lori. And great times with Michelle as well. Oh yes. Thank you so much for going down memory lane with me. I'll catch you next time.